Moving to our next DPP. DPP number 6 or number system. DPP number 6 is of number system. Again, question number 1 of this DPP is find the largest integer n for which n raised to power 200 is less than 5 raised to power 300. To solve the given question, as it is given to us that n raised to power 200 is less than 5 raised to power 300, from here we may say that n raised to power 200 is less than 5 raised to power 3 by 2 raised to power 200. Now on both of the sides we have exponent 200. From here we may get n is less than 5 raised to power 3 by 2 or root 5 raised to power 3 or 5 root 5. Now we have that n is less than 5 root 5. To find an integer n such that n is less than 5 root 5 is less than n plus 1, we would have the value of n square is less than equal to 125 is less than equal to n plus 1 whole square. By inspection we may see that the value of n is given by 11. So the value of n is equal to 11. That is our answer. Let us move to our next question. Question number 2. Show that the number represented by square root of 3 plus 2 root 2 minus square root of 3 minus 2 root 2 is an integer. To solve the given question, square root of 3 plus 2 root 2 minus square root of 3 minus 2 root 2 may be given as square root of root 2 plus 1 whole square minus square root of root 2 minus 1 whole square. That means root 2 plus 1 minus root 2 minus 1, that is equal to 2, which is an integer. Here we should note that square root of root 5 minus 1 whole square is equal to root 2 minus 1, since radical always denotes the non-negative square root. Okay, we cannot say that root 5 minus 1 whole square is equal to 1 minus root 2, as we know that radical always denotes the non-negative square root. We cannot have a negative square root for a given radical. So we'll always have a positive value like root 2 minus 1, but not 1 minus root 2. Moving to our next question, question number 3, we have find the number of positive integers which divide 10 raised to power 999 but not 10 raised to power 998. To solve the given question, as we know that 10 raised to power 999 may be given as 2 raised to power 999 minus 5 raised to power 999, where 2 and 5 are positive primes. So the number of positive divisors of 10 raised to power 999 is 999 plus 1, that is 1000. Now similarly, the number of positive divisor of 10 raised to power 998 is 999 square. So the number of positive numbers which divide 10 raised to power 999 but not 10 raised to power 998 may be given as 1000 square minus 999 square, that is equal to 1999. That is our answer. Moving to our next question, question number 4, that is given that x square minus y square is equal to 1, where x, y are integers. Find the solution x comma y for the given equation. Let us try to solve the given question. As we know that x square minus y square may be given as x minus y into x plus y by the identity. Now it is equal to 1, and we also know that the value of x minus y and x plus y both will be negative or positive but integers. So either we have x minus y is equal to minus 1 and x plus y is equal to minus 1, or x plus y is equal to minus 1 and x minus y is equal to 1. X plus y is equal to 1 and x minus y is equal to 1. The integer solution x comma y are given by 1 comma 0 or minus 1 comma 0. That is our answer. Moving to our next question, question number 5, that is given us, given natural numbers a, b, c such that a cube minus b cube minus c cube is equal to 3abc and a square is equal to twice of b plus c, then find the values of a, b and c. To solve the given sum, let us have a cube plus minus b's whole cube plus minus c's whole cube is equal to 3 into a into minus b into minus c. Now from here we may conclude that a minus b minus c is equal to 0 by the identity, or a is equal to b plus c. But we have given that a square is equal to twice of b plus c. This implies that b plus c's whole square is equal to twice of b plus c. From here we can say that either b plus c is equal to 0 or b plus c is equal to 2. Either b plus c is equal to 0 or b plus c is equal to 2. Now from here, if b plus c is equal to 0, so b is equal to minus c or b plus c is equal to 2. So we can say that a is equal to 2 or a is equal to 0. As a is a natural number, so a cannot be equal to 2, as 0 does not belong to natural number, so a must be equal to 2. That is our answer. Question number 6 next. Question number 6 is a number with 8 digits. A number with 8 digits is a multiple of 73 and also a multiple of 137. Find the second digit from the left. As we have given that the number is a multiple of 137 and 173, and as we know that 137 and 173 are primes, so the number must be also a multiple of product of 137 into 73. The number must be a multiple of 137 into 73, that is of 10,001. The 8 digit number which is a multiple of 10,001 can be got by multiplying a 4 digit number let's A, B, C, D by 10,001. The product is obviously A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. The second and the sixth digit from the left. In this number, the second and the sixth digit from the left. This is second and this is sixth digit. The second and the sixth digit from the left is same, that is equal to B. Hence, if the second digit is 7, then the sixth digit is also 7. That is our answer. Thank you. As in the given question, we are also given that sixth digit from the left is 7.